We got the moon rotating in spontaneous Aquarius at the moment. So this is the ability to react and respond towards being fixed, unique, original, towards the way you communicate and intellectual ideas and perceptions of your mood swing. Now, the sun is actually squaring the moon right now, so this is really not the time to be trying to correlate new ways of doing things. This is a time to basically be learning from your actions and your reactions and your responses to things. So anytime the sun's squaring the moon, this is a form of conflict. And conflict is just representations where you seeing things on one side, but your moon and how you feel comfortable with things is gravitating towards another side. So this is like basically a separation right now. So you're going to be basically feeling disconnected when it comes to your actions and your responses to things. But this is not good. It's not bad. So there's just everything in perspective where you basically need to be learning towards, where you need to be taking actions towards too, and feeling comfortable towards too, and learn how to connect the two. This way, there won't be a situation where your sun and your moon is at war. Everybody is on the right bridge. Everybody got the right frames, and everybody got the right ways of doing things when it comes to everything that's correlating with you. So basically, in this perspective, you will need to go ahead and start reacting and responding towards Saturn in Aquarius, which is responsibilities, realities, and what you relate to, networking skills, communication, coming together, teamwork, gang, your associations, and the people that you kind of like connected with. And you want to make sure that you are very aware and very strict and very serious towards responsibilities, whether it's with one person, two people, three people, a group, or territory. You want to make sure everybody's on their one and twos, and everybody's taking some form of responsibilities. Now, all individuals is going to have a different perspectives on how they doing things. But that's why you need to create the right individuals, find out the right people that you share some form of familiarity with, when it comes to you guys' connections and how you are correlated when it comes to coming together and doing things together. Because everything starts with dream work and teamwork. When everybody can come together, everybody can add an idea, everybody can vibe with it, everybody can express it, everybody can put it on a stage where we can all see it from reality, which is Saturn in Aquarius. So Saturn in Aquarius is basically shaking things up. You're also going to be basically experiencing some form of power and control issues, especially being that we got the Pluto on Capricorn, that cusp energy, which is right there on the 28-degree perspective. So there'll be some form of power and control issues and some form of responsibilities that you need to go basically be reacting and respond to. Even though we just had the moon in Capricorn, being that the moon is in Aquarius is going to be still feeling like it's in Capricorn, because Saturn represents Capricorn and Aquarius at the same time. Basically, being that you have Saturn in Aquarius already, it's already kind of like still home here in some magnitude. But of course, it's predicated towards having our own unique way of doing things when it comes to our associations and how we associate ourselves with people, and how we are connecting our networking and inquiries with other individuals, where we can basically go about ways of doing things, and of course coming together and having shit constructed. We're also going to basically be dealing with the sun sextile Mars. So this is with the sun in Taurus and Mars in Pisces, is opportunities to basically go ahead and direct your actions towards passions, making sure that you are practically taking action towards a dream during this time. So we're also going to be basically dealing with the moon square Mercury right now. So what we are going to be basically experiencing in this perspective is learning how to react towards what we are thinking about. And this is going to be correlated with conflict, not knowing how to basically go about this way of doing this, but also coming up with a learning, practical manner when it comes to bringing our ideas together and associating it with it. So everybody's going to feel the need to go ahead and react to Aquarius energies, but our mind can also be going through some form of conflict. Our mind can be having our different point of views on how we're going to be basically being. This can put you into situations where you can be very stubborn in your groups during this time, stubborn with your associations, and stubborn with how your outlooks and point of views is correlating wherever you got Taurus in these spots. We also got Moon conjunct Saturn right now, so we're going to be basically feeling completely responsible right now when it comes to our duties and goals and obligations too. I'm be feeling real comfortable with handling things right now, feeling real comfortable with reacting and responding to these things and getting up off your ass and standing on your business. We're also going to be basically dealing with Mercury square Saturn right now, so this is learning how to think too hard right now. For me, learn how to have your own way of thinking, have your own mind during this time when it comes to learning how to be practical towards building your own mind. What you can say is this way: when Mercury becomes in Gemini, you won't be too kind of chaotic, distracting. This is going to bring a trine. Mercury is in Taurus right now, so that means our way of doing things is kind of patience right now. So you gotta be learning how to think patiently towards your reality right now. With Mercury squared Saturn. Now we're also going to be basically dealing with Mercury sextile Neptune. So basically this is opportunities to think patiently towards your dreams and have some form of routine that you can stay stagnated with, and put a whole lot of faith into it. Put a whole lot of faith into towards your dreams right now, but have patience with it. It's going to grow. The seed's going to grow, but you got to make sure you're being consistent. Consistency is key. Fixes time. So that's dealing with energies and things that you're going to basically be correlating with. And we're also going to be basically dealing with Jupiter sextile Pluto right now. So with Jupiter, is all about your experiences. So you're basically going to have opportunities to experience a deeper side towards things when it comes to responsibilities, duties, obligations, to take a full power, control, full coverage over something. Make sure that you have the right insurance on it. Make sure you have the right coverage, the right security, the right formal ways of practicalizing things and things of that matter into structure. So this is basically putting yourself into a situation of putting a whole lot of illusions towards reality right now. Now these illusions, this is how you kind of like pretty much got here when it came to an illusion. Feel me? Because you're always going to be expiring from bodies to bodies, but you're always going to be creating and making bodies. So it's up to you to basically be putting the right illusions on here, because you can bring your heaven and your hell with Jupiter sextile Pluto right now, because Pluto is in Capricorn. So you can basically be bringing a whole lot of faith. You can put a whole lot of faith towards things that contain power, things that contain control, things that contain transformation. So if you want to see things transform in the right way, you want to make sure that you are adding some form of real energies towards the Jupiter sextile Pluto energies. We're also going to be basically dealing with the Sun square and Pluto right now. So basically this is taking actions, taking patience towards what we need to transform right now, and this is also learning how to basically put our energies into the right spectrums, put our energy into the right mechanisms during this time. But we're going to be basically in the process of learning how to take transformation and power and control over things that's going to be uniquely perfective in our way. And this is your responsibility, being that Pluto is in Capricorn and Saturn is in Aquarius as well too. So you're going to be basically placed into a situation of being transformed out of this body, or something being transformed towards what you're paying attention to, what you are aware of, and things that you have keeping hidden secretly. Things could be revealed in the dark during this time if you don't basically be the one that's taking full power control over things. Secrets can basically be exposed. Things can get transformed during this time. So be very cautious and aware of where you are directing and putting your energy and your force field at. We also got Mercury sextile Venus. So we're going to be basically placed into a situation of having opportunities to value love language during this time. And what we mean by that, we have Mercury sextile Venus. So Venus is in Pisces right now, Mercury is in Taurus. So it's an opportunity to basically put patience towards your love language. I mean, that means you got to have patience towards what's on your mind and what you're valuing. And of course, you need to add a whole lot of faith towards that mentality and that valuing system, because everything is all about system and structures when we're talking about this perspective of Taurus fixed and Pisces mutable. So you're going to have many ways of putting structure towards things that you all want to accumulate and feel comfortable with. We're also going to be placed into a situation of having Mercury sextile Jupiter. So basically this is opportunities to think out the box. So what that means is you have opportunities to put patience towards your experiences right now. And what comes with patience comes with time. So you need to put time towards putting patience towards the experiences that you're going with, and going with the flow by basically adding a bigger perspective, a bigger portion, a bigger way of seeing it in all aspects. We also can be placed into a situation of dealing with Mercury trine Pluto right now. So basically, this is a gift to dive deep in towards your mind right now. And you got to transform all the shit that's no longer needs to be basically staying in your mind. Certain ideas, certain construction forms, or certain things that you want to be basically dating, certain things that you're thinking about constantly. You need to go ahead and transform that shit out your mind. So this way, you can have the right shit on your mind. This way, everything will start formulating into concepts where you can basically be able to have the right shit on your mind, which can basically bring you a whole lot of power and control. But of course, the bigger the mind, the more responsibilities. So this is going to point you into directions towards where you can go ahead and, of course, accumulate the right responsibilities and not carrying so much burdens on your mind when it comes to this shit. This way, your ass won't be transformed by that Mercury and trine Pluto shit, because your mind can be transformed in the worst way or the best way. But it's up to you, because remember, you are the one that's supposed to be the creator of what's on your mind and what you are basically feeding your mind. So if you're feeding your mind some bullshit, then that means you're going to be basically dealing with a whole lot of dogs, which is an idea, shitting all over your grass, which is your mind. Now, your grass is predicated towards growth. Now, if you got a whole lot of shit on your grass, then your grass is going to look dirty, going to attract a whole lot of bugs, parasites, and of course, it's going to be a situation where things going to get sticky, and your grass not going to be able to actually be green. Nobody going to want to walk on that grass. Everybody going to be like, damn, I don't want to go over there. And that basically means nobody going to want to fuck with you. Nobody going to want to communicate with you. Nobody going to want to connect with you. Feel me? Now, that's cool and everything, but of course, you need to be in some form of world where you can connect and of course grow with individuals. So if you're not willing to grow, and individuals not willing to grow with you, that means your parents and how you personally appear when it comes to your mind, it's kind of fucked up right now. So you need to go ahead and change that concept. We also basically dealing with the Venus conjunct we dealing with Venus conjunct Neptune right now. So what that basically means, that means what you are truly valuing right now could be an illusion or can basically come true during the time. But that basically means you gotta be open towards many aspects of looking at things when it comes to your loving system. So for me, it may not come in the way that you want it to come into, but if you put a whole lot of faith and a whole lot of spiritual practices towards what you're valuing, this can basically put you into a situation where you can have many outlooks, and you can put many outlets out there where things can be connected. And of course, Venus is exalted in Pisces, and Venus is in Pisces right now. So that means you can be basically valuing a whole lot of things, which can break you or make you. Also, you're going to be placed into a situation dealing with Jupiter conjunct Neptune right now. So this is extreme faith towards an illusion. So that means you basically need to be placed into a situation of feeling comfortable and having a whole lot of faith towards Jupiter and Pisces, expanding your dreams and imaginations and illusions. Now, Jupiter is going to expand that. Now, when Jupiter gets into Aries, you're going to basically be able to see the experiences that you expanded with when Jupiter get into Aries, which is a fire sign. So it's going to basically be feeling real comfortable in that perspective too, with Jupiter and Pisces. So that means things are going to be expanding. That means your passions, your visions and shit like that is going to be expanding. It's in Jupiter and Pisces right now. So that means dreams, the inner world is expanding. So when they basically be pushed out towards Aries, with Jupiter and Aries, you're going to basically be able to have a vision and see these things grow into the way you narrated it when it comes to Jupiter and Aries and your placements. We're also going to be basically dealing with the Sun conjunct Uranus right now. So you're going to be forced, which is your actions will be forced towards change when it comes to things that you're dealing with Taurus energy. So you're gonna be forced. You're gonna be right now the Sun conjunct Uranus. So this is basically extreme patience towards putting force towards things and shaking, and things gonna be shaken up. So you're gonna be experiencing, and you're gonna be seeing shit. You're gonna be seeing a whole lot of shit changing during this time when it comes to unexpected changes. Wherever you got Taurus at, so be ready for that shit. So if you got that shit at what, for instance, if you got it in your first house, you're gonna go through some unexpected changes, and you're gonna be seeing the changes when it comes to your personality and how you personally appear to others, or you're gonna attract this in your first house. That's how it's gonna play out. Now you can take these energies and use it for the best of your ability, or you can basically be put into situations of being washed up by it. So be very cautious and aware of what you're gonna, because when the Sun get in Gemini, you're gonna be basically being valued by the right things or the wrong things during that season. So be aware of that shit too. But that's before we even get to the full moon and everything in that perspective. We also gonna be basically dealing with Venus conjunct Jupiter right now. So you need to be valuing the bigger picture right now with that Venus conjunct Jupiter. It's also kind of exalted here too. So you're gonna be valuing the bigger picture during this time. So make sure you're valuing the bigger picture and expanding the picture frames towards what you're valuing. Whether this can be a person, whether this can be a place that you go to, or a thing that you are paying attention to. That's gonna expand. You're also basically dealing with you're gonna be valuing the bigger picture towards expanding dreams or your spirit does during this time. So that's gonna play out in many magnitudes. Now, when it comes to Moon and Aquarius and the houses, well, let's basically break down the zodiac signs real fast. Now, if you're Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, you're gonna be placed into a situation of basically having opportunities to come up with new ways to be unique and original when it comes to your associations and what you are impulsively passionate towards too. When it comes to these desires. Now, Tauruses, you guys are going to be learning how to put your practical measures towards associating with people, places, and things, where you can basically learn from your perspective of relating with them, or they can learn their perspective of relating with you. The whole purpose of it is to come together and work together in some magnitude. Now, Gemini, someone that says you guys are going to have a gift to push out and receive these traits of communicating or sharing many ideas when it comes to groups, associations, and individuals that you are connected with. Cancers, you guys are going to be basically pushing out or receiving misunderstandings when it comes to going about ways of dealing with the public, associations, and networking skills. Leos, you guys are going to be facing the opposite, or either you're going to be pushing off opposite energies or facing the opposite energies when it comes to what you are expressing towards your groups, your acquaintances, friends, or associations. Virgo, someone in the sense you guys are going to be pushing out misunderstandings or receiving misunderstandings when it comes to what you are practically invested into. Libras, you guys are going to be having a gift to create new ways to relate towards your groups and associations, or receive new ways to be related by other groups and associations. Now, Scorpios, you guys are going to be going through some learning experiences when it comes to feeling deeply connected towards associations or groups, or attracting these individuals within your space, or learning how to basically deal with these kind of energies on a deeper level towards putting some idea into it, not too much emotion or connection with it. Now, you're a feminine sign, so these gonna bring conflicts. So it's gonna all be about a learning process with you when it comes to your conflicts. Now, in Sagittarius, you guys are gonna have opportunities to go ahead and be a changeable and versatile when it comes to seeing the bigger picture, when it comes to your associations or attractiveness in your life. Now, Capricorns, you guys are gonna be placed into a situation of seeing your neighbors associate with individuals or attractiveness, or you're gonna be seeing other neighbors attracting associations with you. Aquarius, you guys are gonna be basically gonna be Jesus Christ on the cross when it comes to these energies. And Pisces, you guys are gonna be basically looking back towards other ways of associating your dreams with individuals. Now, if you got Aquarius in your first house, you're gonna be placed into a situation where you need to be changeable. Actually, you need to come up with your own way of taking care of your responsibilities and relating it in a unique measure when it comes to your personality and how you personally are invested in towards having your own way in your own mind towards associations and groups or networking skills. Aquarius, someone sentences things that you have to offer, things that you can touch, and things that you can value. You basically need to go ahead and put yourself into a situation. You're gonna be placed into a situation of learning how to value the right people, places, and things, or you can be attracting situations of individuals trying to learn how to value you during this time, which can be good and bad depending on where you was planting seeds when the moon was in Capricorn, being that you're a Capricorn ascendant. Geminis, you guys are going to be placed into situations of having the gift to basically associate things that are in your surroundings, that are in your environment, your communities, and things that you are connected with. So you can go ahead and basically go ahead and put your shit out there, your business, your goals, or whatever. You need to go ahead and basically share that with your siblings, your friends, your neighbors, your community, or the park. Anyway, just get out there in the opening. Just by you being out there outside in the opening, you're going to be basically attracting the right associations that's going to basically come your way. Feel me? Now, if you got this in your fourth house, you're going to be placed into a situation of developing misunderstandings of ways of going about how to be private with your association, or attracting individuals that you're going to be basically, you're going to attract misunderstandings towards others that's going to be basically trying to connect with you on a private level, which could be home, family, or family in general too. Now, fifth house, you're going to be placed into a situation of dealing with the opposites. Family, you're going to be basically attracting and pushing off opposite energies when it comes to what you are expressing towards your hobbies, things that you do on a day-to-day basis. You're going to be basically either feeling disconnected towards these things, or you're going to attract disconnections towards things that's dealing with your talents, your gifts, and creativities, and your hobbies. Now, sixth house, you're going to be placed into a situation of developing misunderstandable ways of going about your responsibilities and duties and obligations and work ethics when it comes to your health, your routines, and things that matter. You're going to be placed into a situation of having misunderstandings when it comes to your public work, the associations that you're dealing with in the public, or you're going to be attracting other individuals that's going to be basically developing misunderstandings towards you, good or bad. You can go ahead and take the energies and do it whatever you want to do with it. Now, seventh house, you're going to have the gift to be on the opposite side or push out opposite energies when it comes to your way of relating towards groups, associations, and things that you're connected to. You can be the opposer, or you can attract opposing energies towards others that you can feel the need to basically be disconnected towards your way of relating, or others going to be very disconnected towards the way you relate towards them. Now, eighth house, you're going to be placed into a situation of developing a learning process towards reacting and responding towards a deeper way towards connecting towards your desires and your passions with your associations, whether it could be with sex, motivation, greed, jealousy, and shit like that. You could be attracting this, or you could be basically pushing this shit off when it comes to your privates and secrets. Now, if you got this in your ninth house, you're going to be placed into a situation of dealing with opportunities towards expanding what you are associating yourself with when it comes to your acquaintances, your faith, your meanings, your beliefs, and what you put faith and belief into. Or you're going to be attracting situations where you need to go ahead, or you're going to be attracting situations and experiences that's going to expand you towards a higher perspective and ways of looking about things. Now you're getting down. The moon is in Aquarius, so you need to go ahead and push yourself into a situation of reacting and responding towards those opportunities. Because you can be placed into a situation where you can have so much shit going on when it comes to your routine. Or you can feel the need to basically be very disconnected because Aquarius is here. So that means you may have your own way of conducting your experiences and the way of you expanding things in your life. So be aware of that. But make sure you take, this is your life purpose too. So this is your purpose. So you need to go ahead and expand on that too. Wherever it's at when you got Aquarius at. Now, if you are a 11th house. Now, if you got this in your 11th house, you're going to be placed into a situation of seeing a different side or attracting people that's going to be seeing a different side towards your groups, your associations, your consciousness, things that you are connected to when it comes to networking or basically anything that's in the public eye or the unknown. Or you're going to be attracting an unknown individual that's going to be seeing the other side of your groups, your association, which you're connected to, good or bad. And last but not least, if you have this in your 12th house, you're going to be placed into a situation of attracting a whole lot of energy. Actually, you're going to be placed into a situation, you're going to be placed into a situation of attracting a whole lot of different sides and different points of views of your subconscious. You're going to be pushing out that energy, or you're going to be attracting individuals that's going to be pushing this energy towards you, or your how you feel on the inside. You're going to be attracting different sides and different points of views of ways of going about the things that you associate yourself with, or the people that you associate yourself with, which could be good or bad depending on the experiences that you basically choose to participate in or allow in your house. So be very aware of this shit too. And that's going to basically be the moon and Aquarius energies. Of course, we're going to have the moon going into Pisces. So that means the moon will be conjuncting Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Neptune, which is going to be conjuncting 4 planets. So your ass can be placed into a situation of developing a whole lot of illusions. For me, good or bad, depending on what the season, the area that you was planning into when the moon was in Aquarius. So the moon, actually, Pisces is exalted into to the moon too. So you can be having some whole lot of extreme dreams and illusions. So be very cautious. Tomorrow life path number will be number 8. So spend time towards separating towards something. Try to be disconnected towards it during that time when the moon is in Pisces. But know where the placements are at in your charts too. This way you can spend time towards your inner world too and things that matter.